Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. My name is Mitchell Morgan and today we're heading off for another World Circuit race. It's one of the ones that was released in one of the recent updates. We're going to head across to the Americas and WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. As you can see, we've done nearly all of these races, but this is going to be the Japanese Clubman Cup 500. I'm just going to double check that I am on the hard settings because I've been doing some grinding lately on the easy settings. We are on the hard, so we're all good. We'll come out of there and we'll go across to the Japanese Clubman Cup 500. My choice of car for this one is the Lancia Evolution for GSR 96. It's available in the used car dealership at the moment. I believe it's one of the new cars and it was ideal for this particular race. I'm on the racing soft tyres. I have put a wide body kit and a livery on this particular car, but otherwise the suspension is the same, the differential is the same. I've got the ECU set to 75, the ballast of 0 and the power restrictor of 75. That is just to bring the PP a little bit closer to the 550 that is the recommended. I'm at 563.59 with these modifications. If you were to leave the output adjustment as 100 and the power restrictor of 100, you're going to do this very, very easily in this car if you follow this video. The transmission is normal, the nitrous overtake is normal. I've got a high RPM turbocharger with an anti-lag system fitted, and I've got the racing intercooler. I've got the racing air cleaner, silencer and exhaust manifold. The brake system is carbon with the racing brake pads, and I've got the racing clutch and flywheel. So all of my normal mods that I like to do for my cars for these World Circuit races. The engine tuning and the bodywork are all standard. So those are my changes, and again, if you want to make this a bit easier, then just set the output adjustment and the power restrictor to 100, and you're going to find that this one is very, very easy. So let's get into the race and see how we can do this. This is the Japanese Clubman Cup 550 at the WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. 3 laps to go from the back or towards the back to the front. Let's get into the video. Okay, so on this one, I've got my traction control set to 1. Otherwise, I haven't got any brake balance or anything like that on it. And the main thing to start off with is to try and get through the traffic as much as you can. We're in 12th place at the moment, and you're going to find that the front runners are going to run away from you pretty quickly. So the sooner you can get through these back markers, the better. And one of the things that I did find is using a lower gear into the corner, but then a higher gear through the corner was better. I'm talking while I'm actually running this one, so unfortunately the clean race bonus has just gone out the window. We just caught the back of that car. If you're doing this and concentrating without jibber jabbering on the video like I am, narrating it, you should be able to get through this a little bit smoother and maybe even get a clean race bonus. Just got that corner a little bit wrong. We've got a bit of a slide on through there, which has not helped. So we get around the outside of these cars. That puts us up into 8th place. And you can see I'm using 4th gear a lot for these corners. As we go at the top there, just braking hard for the corkscrew. Just 3rd as we go down the hill. Getting the acceleration on as soon as the car is straight. Up into 4th to get the car set and balanced. Just staying in 4th through there just to carry the speed through the corner. Braking at the beginning of that curb on the number 2 board. Again, just a dab of 3rd just to get the car settled down, and as soon as it is set, up into 4th place. Again, number 2 board on there. 2nd gear, 3rd on that one. Again, we just caught the back of the GTR in front of us on the way through there. And then at the end of the first lap, we are in 6th place. The cars in front are a little way down the road, so we're going to need to push on. Again, if you want to, just set those parameters I mentioned earlier in the tuning to 100 and you'll get through these cars quite quickly. I've got mine set to 75 because I fancied it a little bit of a challenge rather than just having it easy. And again, you can see just how I'm using 4th gear to get through these corners. Just 4th on this one again. I just tended to find the car a lot more balanced and a lot easier to control than coming down into 3rd gear. Looking for the number 2 board, hard on the brakes, 4th gear, just car ever so slightly sliding through there. third gear in front of us. We're looking for the number 2 board as we go underneath the bridge. Just going to go around the outside again, a slight dab of third just to set the car, and then up into fourth so that we can carry the speed up the hill. First place is quite a fair old way down the road, so we are going to need to go for this. Down at third gear, through the corkscrew, up into fourth as soon as we can, over to the right hand side, just down at the third, then fourth. You can see the yellow car up front now. Beginning of the curve here, just braking fourth, try and pick up the apex, get on the power as soon as we can, over to the right hand side again. Second, round about 3.5, sorry, between the 3 and the 2 board. So just after the 3 I'm braking there, just to try and carry as much speed as we could through. We did get a little bit of a slide there, so maybe braking a little bit early would be better. Just hang over to the left here, then drift out to the right, looking for that number 3 board with that white line, braking a straight line. Again, I'm getting up into fourth gear, gone a little bit deep there. We're getting on the power as soon as we can. Over to the left hand side, the number 2 board, and then just sweep across. Again, just at the end of this curve, off the power, a little bit of brake, settle the car down. As soon as you get the car set, then you can get back on the power. This is the final lap, so we're running out of time to actually get this one done. Again, I set my parameters, the tuning, to try and make this a little bit more testing. If you want to make this slightly easier on yourself, then set that higher. Oh, right, did the yellow car there, and then we're going to go up the hill. All we've got to do now is get through the corkscrew and the last few turns, and we'll be home and dry. So now we can take it easy over the corkscrew, coming all the way down to second, third for the actual corkscrew, up into fourth as we go through, just so that we don't get any sliding going on. Just leave it in fourth, a little bit of a brake through this corner, on the accelerator, not taking any chances, brake on the number 2 board, just leaving it in fourth. On this one I'm going to brake just after the 3, down into third, pick up the apex, round, nice and smooth, and you can come across the line to do this one very, very easily with those settings. Could probably have knocked it back a little bit further and done the 550 pp on that one, but that is how I did this particular race at Laguna Seca, the Clubman Cup 550 in the Mitsubishi, which I believe is one of the new Mitsubishis to be released. Yes, I did put a wide body, and yes, I did change the livery and I modified the car slightly. You saw how I did that, but we won that race by 1.3 seconds. A nice, easy win on the hard settings to claim the gold trophy. We didn't get the clean race bonus. You should be able to get clean race bonus quite easily in that race. I didn't, because I was talking and not necessarily concentrating quite as hard as I should do. I get my £100,000 credit because it is one of the weekly challenges this week, but you should easily be able to get 40 or more thousand credits for that particular race. So there we have it, the Clubman Cup 550 at Laguna Seca Raceway in the Mitsubishi. Really nice car. The secret for me on this one was just to get the car slowed down using a lower gear, either second or third gear, mostly third gear, getting it up into fourth gear as soon as possible, and certainly before you hit the apex, get the power down, and using that higher gear really kept it nice and settled, and then just work your way through the traffic and just push in using the apex as much as you can. The Laguna Seca is not one of my best tracks, but we managed to do that one pretty easily. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching this video. I hope that you found it useful. If you have, please help the like button. If you're new around here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps the channel as I'm trying to grow it now. And if you're an existing subscriber and back for more, thank you ever so much for continuing to support the channel. It's very much appreciated. I believe that we've got a new upgrade coming out this week. I don't know if there are going to be more World Circuit races. I'm suspecting there will be. So we'll be back with a few more races, hopefully through next week. So if you haven't already, hit the bell button, set the notifications on so you hear about that video coming very soon. In the meantime, stay well, stay safe, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care for now. Bye-bye.